Hello and welcome, Guardians. This is your friendly neighborhood Pig, and I'm here to bring you Sparrow Racing League's tips and tricks. This is a little side project instead of a lore project, which I just recently released, because I feel it's something good to put out. We have 2 more weeks of Sparrow Racing, and I feel a lot of you would really appreciate getting some tips and tricks.
Go that way.
The first tip I can offer is avoid groups of like this. Everyone complains on the forums that everyone's a dirty cheater and they just do nothing but bump and all that stuff. But really, we're just trying to hit the turns. In most cases, you don't even realize you're bumping someone out of the gate. It's just you're trying to hit the gate and they just so happen to be in the way. It's a lot better to trail slightly behind the pack than be in that massive cluster. You can easily catch up. Second, what you really have to focus on is trick sparrows and using your strafe properly. To keep your strafe, run through the gates and also do tricks on every jump you can. Also, use your brake on hard turns like this and try to close the gap as much as you can on those turns. As you see here, I used the strafe just before I went through the gate. That actually gives you a little bit of a boost. If you and a person who is not using the strafe going through the gate, as seen right there, goes through at the same time and you do use the strafe, you'll boost ahead of them. And that can mean the difference between winning and losing. You might have noticed how as I was going through the fans, I actually stopped boosting for a second there. The fan was about to hit me if I kept going, and strafing out of the way might not have worked. Letting off of your boost and just decelerating a little bit can save you, and I do it quite often to stop myself from hitting a blade. It's much better to lose a little bit of speed, because in reality you can pick right back up to that 130 miles per hour immediately after than it is to have to restart your entire Sparrow. Even with the chest piece that makes it faster, it's not worth losing that. Also, know the map. As I just did there, I strafed through the gate at the last second to also pick up that jump. That jump with the gate is a lot faster than going in throughout, going under set. As you can see here, I kept using my strafe, and I always try to get the tricks. It's very, very important that you always have your strafe meter filled. The gloves that I'm wearing, and actual racing gloves, also give you an extra strafe, so it's very good to have those. As you're about to see, the helmet I have, which has the pitch, allows you to change the angle of your Sparrow. As you're falling, fall slower to to protect yourself from a hard drop. Hard drops can cause you to lose speed and damage your Sparrow. If you've already taken damage by the enemies or running into things, it can actually destroy your Sparrow. Softer drops keep your momentum and don't take up any time having to speed up. The main gate that we just passed through, if you haven't noticed, also always refills your entire strafe meter, whereas the minor gates that we always pass through only gives you a portion. If strafing at that last second, it can make the difference between winning and losing, do it. Right there, we see the risk of trying to do the strafe at the last second. If you aren't good at it, it might not be the best idea to try it. You can still strafe on the second gate under that awning to make up for it. Avoiding those tilted rocks that will launch you into the air is also a very good trick on the Martius map. Those slow you down drastically. Avoiding them is very important. And that pillar. Hit it way too many times. You may have noticed I always try to take the same path here. That's because it's the shortest path to cross, and having the shortest distance is definitely an advantage that you want to take. Using your strafe and brakes, it's pretty easy. As you saw there, I landed hard, and that slowed me down just enough for the second place to be lost. Hitting all these gates and staying right up with him, though, is making up for it. Here, I will strafe, and just get that gate just before him. Enough just to save it and guarantee me the second place win because I hit every gate following it.
Tower thanks everyone for their participation, but we have our
And always, once you pass through that gate, Pop a 3 of coins. You have 30 seconds to do it, and personally, I just always thought it was good luck to do so after the race. Have a good one, Guardians. And I just want to say really fast, if you are really hungry for lore, check out the Destiny Ghost Stories podcast. They are a great podcast, and I'm a huge fan of them. They're also one of the most actively talking to the community podcasts I've ever seen. Ask them a question, and they'll probably answer it.